The Indus Waters Treaty once stood as a rare success story between India and Pakistan, allocating life-giving rivers in a region riddled with mistrust. China, upstream and strategic, watches closely from the heights of Tibet. But after the Pahalgam terror attack in April 2025, India has kept in abeyance the treaty, threatening to choke Pakistan's water supply. Now, Pakistan warns of Chinese retaliation on the Brahmaputra. In this triangle of tension, who really controls the tap? When India and Pakistan signed the Indus Waters Treaty in 1960, it was hailed as a diplomatic triumph. Brokered by the World Bank, the agreement divided the Indus River system. India kept the eastern rivers of Ravi, Beas and Satluj, while Pakistan got the western ones, that is Indus, Chenab and Jhelum. India had limited rights to the western rivers for hydropower and irrigation, but was required not to disrupt their flow. For over 6 decades, this treaty survived wars, skirmishes, and nuclear crises. But it may not survive climate change. The turning point came in April 2025. After the Pahalgam terror attack, the Indus Waters Treaty was placed in abeyance. Effectively, India signaled it could now restrict the flow of water to Pakistan. This was no ordinary retaliation. This was an existential threat.
In the briefing to the CCS, the cross-border linkages of the terrorist attack were brought out. It was noted that this attack came in the wake of the successful holding of the elections in the Union Territory and its steady progress towards economic growth and development. Recognizing the seriousness of this terrorist attack, the CCS decided upon the following measures. 1. The Indus Waters Treaty of 1960 will be held in abeyance with immediate effect until Pakistan credibly and irrevocably abjures its support for cross-border terrorism. 2. The integrated checkpost Atari will be closed with immediate effect. Those who have crossed over with valid endorsements may return through that route before 1 May 2025. 3. Pakistani nationals will not be permitted to travel to India under the SAARC visa exemption scheme visas. Any SVAS visas issued in the past to Pakistani nationals are deemed cancelled. Any Pakistani national currently in India under SVES visa has 48 hours to leave India. 4. The Defence, Military, Naval and Air advisors in the Pakistani High Commission in New Delhi are declared persona non grata. They have a week to leave India.
Pakistan, whose agriculture and population depend heavily on the Indus Basin, accused India of weaponizing water. It warned that cutting off rivers would devastate its 240 million people. From Islamabad's perspective, water is not a resource, it is survival. But India has stood firm, citing Pakistan's obstruction of Indian infrastructure, interference in projects like the Tulbul Navigation Project, and a long history of cross-border terrorism. Suddenly, a river dispute became a national security crisis. But this isn't just about politics, it's about climate. It's about climate change. The Indus Basin, like many river systems in South Asia, depends on snow and glacial melt from the Himalayas, glaciers that are now vanishing. Climate scientists report that Himalayan glaciers are shrinking at alarming rates, with Tibet warming by 0.3 degrees Celsius per decade. Some projections say the glaciers feeding these rivers could disappear by 2035. So in less than a century, water wars would transform from a diplomatic chess game into a humanitarian catastrophe. Meanwhile, Pakistan's response went beyond rhetoric. It looked east to China. Senior aide Rana Ehsan Afzal warned that if India stopped the Indus waters, China could retaliate by halting the Brahmaputra's flow into India. Tit for tat, river for river. China's position here is critical. The Brahmaputra originates in Tibet and flows into India's northeast before entering Bangladesh. China sitting upstream holds potential leverage, but not total control. Indian officials like Assam's Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma were quick to respond, saying only 30 to 35% of the river's flow comes from China. The bulk, 65 to 70%, comes from Indian rainfall and tributaries. Still, perception matters as much as hydrology, and perceptions are darkening. China is actively investing in Pakistan's water infrastructure, including projects like the Mohmand hydropower dam. These moves are seen as strategic, allowing China to extend its water influence into Pakistan and, by extension, pressure India from two fronts.